And boys, we're back here with another college football video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. We haven't done anything like this on the channel yet. Now, I'm currently in Miami for the home opener for the U and also the Dolphins-Jags game, but I still wanted to drop some videos. So today I'm going to be showcasing some of my favorite offenses that I ran this year. I am someone that for the most part hops from playbook to playbook to playbook until I really find something I like. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 different playbooks, and I'm not necessarily saying these are the best playbooks. It's just what I was running that I had fun with. We're gonna get it started right here with the number 7 playbook. This is the Army playbook. Now, I don't want to call this playbook super gimmicky. I'll go over like some personnel stuff with this too. You're gonna want like a lot of good running backs. Like I think you need 3 to 4. Also, you're gonna want a mobile QB. I have Cade McNamara right now, which obviously if I was going into like a head-to-head gauntlet champ setting would switch my quarterback. But just for this video purposes, we're just gonna keep the lineup the exact same.
Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order.
Now, something I will say when I was running Army offense, the reason why this is something that I couldn't necessarily stick with, also there's like a bug in practice mode where your entire team is tired. My favorite one was the flex bone close, because I felt like I had a couple of different pass plays I could go to if we were in trouble. And I think that's the number one thing that I will say is this offense, you need to stay above the sticks. Like you can't be in like 3rd and 20. You can't be in 3rd and 15. You want to be 3rd and 3 because you always want the threat of the run in this playbook. Now, something that's actually glitched in the playbook, what you're going to see is there's 2 wing back dives, WB dive. I believe the one that's the Y button right here, I believe this is like an auto QB sneak or something like this. Yeah, you see that right there? So that play is like messed up, not supposed to be like that. But hey, if you're ever going up against like a 4-down lineman set, you're in like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, you need a yard. There's your free yard. Now, when I was running this, some tips, I would run the rocket toss always to the wide side of the field. We'll just stay on this hash mark and we'll just go out like rocket toss with Judkins right here. You pretty much just want to get a fast dude in space and then you want to make a play like that. Running back juke moves, spin moves are really, really good this year. It's high chance you get to fake someone out. Now, besides the rocket toss, you also got the wing back dive as well, which if they're heavily playing the outside run, I feel like one of these 2 runs right here is going to get you positive yardage. And again, this was an offense for me that was more fun than it was like, oh, I'm going to be like, try to be super competitive. Like we have the load options, we have the triple options. To be honest, I didn't run this a ton. I did it for a couple of gameplays and I was just cycling through runs, just trying stuff out. And I had a lot of fun with it. And really when I got into trouble, we would just go to all go. The reason why this all go play is really, really good is you get these like wide wheels. This was just a quick play to try to hit the seams or to go ahead and try to, go ahead and make a play with one of the wing backs, and you can get away with throwing a lot of different things. It's just like an all-out seam beater. Again, the weakness of this offense, the reason why it couldn't be my main offense in my opinion, was I would just get in bad situations. Like sometimes you're going to get a run that gets blown up in the backfield. You do have some other interesting stuff like in this pistol, and they do have a trips offset that you can run. I don't think the plays are that great. Like you have verticals, you have some other things you can call, but I think the main reason you run this playbook is for the flex bone. Now, our second offense right here was actually the first offense I was in this year, and that is actually going to be the Wake Forest playbook. Now, Wake Forest, you don't really need any specific personnel in my opinion. Now, Wake Forest, literally the only reason that I would say to run this is for the RPO walk type of plays. These slow mesh plays are very, very interesting, especially versus like a meta defense like double mug. We'll just go up against like mid blitz right here, and if you can just be a little bit patient, a lot of times these slants are like posts over the middle of the field, especially because a lot of people just run man with this. You can just kind of like blindly throw them, and the line actually gets like pretty good blocking too. This is really good against like man coverage on like the current meta. And again, we can just keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it, and you're gonna see the same thing's gonna happen over and over and over again. Now, you can hand it off as well. What I'll say about this offense is I feel like it wasn't really explosive. It was kind of slow. Now, you always do have the chance of getting like a one play like that, especially if they fry the man coverage. Now they can press, they can get up in your face. But again, like this slow mesh play, it's also like, it's a good run too versus a lot of different defenses. I thought this offense was a ton of fun. In my opinion, it was just a little bit slow paced. Another issue I had personally when I was running this was the fact that I felt like I would only call the RPO walk plays, which they're good, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really have much else to throw at them. Like for me, I was interested in running like this stack Y off, but they didn't really have like an RPO walk play that I thought was really good, like the RPO walk alert post. Like we can do this one right here. And yes, we can go ahead and throw this like a slant post, whatever you want to call that right there. We can can throw that first like the man coverage, but really wanting something on the backside as well. And what you're going to see is we can't really hot route anything either. Like we can't hot route the B receiver, can't put our tight end on a route, can't put anyone on a route. So these RPO walk plays, these are the plays. And yeah, this is something that I think would be a lot more interesting. Again, maybe if we could hot route it, maybe a little bit overpowered for sure. And again, there's a lot of different formations, like the tight Y off as well. If this one would have had the RPO walk type of thing, I think that would have been super interesting. The gun Y off trips also has some pretty good RPO walks. I'd probably say this is overall the best formation because you can throw the most at them. Like you can run like a trip style of verts play. You can run the RPO walks. You get a good post and flood halfback seam. You get PA double post that also has two really good post routes with the tight end wheel. Now for overall drop back passing, we do have Y off trio weak, and we can spotlight one of my favorite plays right here, deep end. So in this game, since we have post routes, we have corner routes, we have a bunch of different routes that are already just how we're mastering the game, right? So what you want in this game is unique routes. And Michael Crabtree right here, he's on a unique post because if we go ahead and hot route him to a regular post, you're going to see that difference right there, right? You're going to see the difference in where they cut and how they cut. Like this is kind of, this is something you can't custom sim up or down. What I would do is just drag the tight end, slant this outside receiver, streak like this, basically a slant post type of combo. And we're going to have something over the middle of the field, likely the slant, likely the post, or we could have took the tight end drag as well, especially if it gets underneath the yellow zone. So I really do like that play too. I think Wake Forest does offer you a lot. Again, for me, the reason why this wasn't one of my main playbooks that I ran a ton, just felt like it was a little bit slower pace. And just me personally felt like I relied too much on the walk RPOs. You also have the gun trips as well, which this formation is really, really good. We're going to do a special spotlight. Also tight open is really good as well. You have slot posts. I really like the tight seams play, which since we're here, I want to talk about this tight seam play. Now, what's so interesting about this is you have two fades right here from Burden and also Gadsden. Now, these aren't regular streaks. Like if I go ahead and hot route Burden to a streak, do you see the difference how Gadsden's going like outside a little bit more? Now, these fades right here basically push back every single deep blue. So what does that mean? Well, these like in routes or whatever you want to call them to Wilson and Crabtree, they do a good job of attacking the middle of the field. So if we want to attack the right sideline right here, we can motion over Crabtree. We can put him on a drag. We can put Gadsden right here on a deep crosser. And what you're going to see is the spacing of these routes right here with the fact that the fade will push back the deep third, which I know we didn't get time. I just wanted to show exactly what was happening. This is a pretty similar play to dagger or bunch drive, which we'll talk about later, but there's a lot of space between these receivers. Again, this is kind of like a triangle read right here. And what you're going to see is this Gadsden route. We can throw this pretty easily. The fade is still pushing back this deep third because it's a good fade in the game, and that's a walk-in touchdown as long as we get time. Now, after that, we're going to go to SMU. So SMU offense, this is something that, again, I'd say is a little bit gimmicky with how I was running it. The entire reason I ran this offense was for wide stack. Wide stack, I think, is a really good formation in the game. I wouldn't say it's meta because you really only have a couple of plays. Like you do have trips tight end you could go to if things get down bad and you need something like speed option. You have some slant post type of plays you could run. You have wide receiver short post. Like you have some things in this, but for the most part, again, the reason why you run this is for wide stack. And the plays you call is the RPO read play and also all go. This play is so hard to stop. If they press man, the outside receivers wide open. If they back off man, which we'll see what we're playing right here, and also if they run zone, it's like the seams are also open too. It's a lot on a user, and they pretty much just can't run any stock coverage. Like they really can't run a stock coverage. Like right here, they're running a basic man coverage, but if we back shoulder throw that like free form all the way down, it's going to get caught. And this is actually what I wanted to show too, like this back shoulder throw right here, like man coverage just can't guard it. Like the CB just simply can't react. And we can do that to both sides of the field too. This time they ran press man coverage. We get a blue throw, and that's a touchdown. So this is something that does require a lot of adjustments on the defense. And the fact that you can just get on the ball and hike, it makes it so easy. Like this is one of the easiest plays to call. It's hard to beat. There isn't really a great answer besides you know, just getting like sheds like that. Also sometimes the routes run a little bit slow. Like now they're in man up 3 deep, but guess what, we're gonna go ahead and throw or actually it was in prevent. Whoops, I thought it was man for a second. But and also another thing we can call too is the RPO read. So if you guys ever want to run like good RPOs in this game, the read RPOs are the things that are annoying. The read key is the outside corner. So what you're gonna notice is the read key is just gonna sprint in. So we can just go ahead and just kind of blindly throw that. And actually both of them sprinted in right there. And he does make the tackle. And also the fact that this dude was already blitzing, that's why he didn't play the flat. But yeah, so this is the read key right here. And then he runs inside. Jeremiah Smith, he's 1 block away and we could walk into the end zone. If we get a good rack right there, we get a good throw. And really what I settled on with this offense was wide stack is a really good formation to have in your playbook. I just feel like it can't be a main formation. So like you want to start off in like a trips tight end and then audible to wide stack if you want it to be like super effective. For these last 4 playbooks right here. This is more like the meta stuff. We're gonna go into the offense that won me my first ever gauntlet, Oklahoma State. Now, the reasons you would run Oklahoma State from a meta standpoint is the trips tight end and also the bunch halfback strong. I feel like verticals and trips tight end is pretty self-explanatory, but two plays that I want to show you guys on trips, this motion return levels right here. My favorite route in the game is a backward zig or an inverted zig. What you're gonna see is crab trees on that. So one of my favorite setups is something like this, just to attack like the middle of the field. Like a lot of times the user is going to go with the tight end route, and the post just clears out everything, and it gets into a really like weird spot. And for the most part, people that play trips aren't ready to defend that, and it's something you could hit them with. Now, another play I really like, I want to show off in the red zone right here. This is probably my most called red zone play of all time. We can base it out of Texas, but you can hot route literally everything right here. What we're going to do is we're going to put B on a zig. We're going to go a flat, and we're going to go a custom sim curl all the way up right here on this X. And then on the backside, we're going to custom sim Gadsden all the way down like this. Basically, if they run cover 2 or like a hard flat on the right, we throw Gadsden. Anything else, we look for the zig and we look for the angle. And right here, obviously no user, angle route, open, touchdown. But what makes this really hard is, as a user, having to guard the zig and the angle, because like stock vert hooks and also stock hook curls are not going to do a good job versus this zig route. So a lot of times the user will just be cheating over here like crazy. Like say for instance, this is their user. If he's on the zig and overplays it, obviously then we'll have the angle route. And I actually don't know what my running back just did that play, but we can hike the ball again right here. And also you can have the potential tight end late corner of the end zone if they do any sort of cover 2 on that side. You can also keep the tight end on a deep corner too, again, if you're thinking it's cover 2, but for the most part, a lot of people run like the cover 3 or cover 4 stuff. So this like custom stemmed all the way down will be pretty money. And this time we didn't even come out in the Texas play. We can just hot route it and we can accomplish the same exact thing. And again, boom, boom. Versus cover 2. Now, bunch strong in Oklahoma State. You obviously have inside zone. You have some good runs in here, but really the reason you'd run this, the unique play is Seattle. It's like gun bunch verticals if you guys played Madden, and just drive. The fact that you can hike drive just literally stock and just make a read, man. Like there's likely going to be something open, whether you play man, whether you play zone. Like you can just hike this ball fast. And again, this is a good fade to Garrett Wilson. So if you ever see cover 2 on that side, we can just hit that. We have the drag that time. Like it's a great play to attack the middle of the field, and also it'll go to the left sideline too. If we just want to like carry this out a little bit, we have potential for B to get open late. Obviously the pressure got there. Yeah, this play is just great literally versus any defense. And right here, we'll even try to hit the post deep middle, bang. How about that with Seattle as well, where you have the tight end wheel. A lot of people will do something like this though, where they streak the running back, drag the tight end to just give you like an all out like beater to that side of the field. The running back, a lot of times the running back is a person you can hit because it gets into a nice little spot, because the crosser, the drag pushed back all the yellow zones, running back coming right underneath. And this time we'll go ahead and do the same thing. First man, tight end drag, does a really good job. We have Gadsden right there. Also something you can run in literally any bunch set is something like this, where you just full on attack the sideline with the double corner type of play. So you can fully attack the right sideline. You can attack the middle of the field. All right, we have 3 more playbooks that I want to show off right here. Of course, we got to talk about Oregon. Oregon, in my opinion, is probably the best playbook in the game. Oregon has so much stuff in it. Really, there's a couple things that I want to show off. So first off right here, they had the bunch strong offset just like Oklahoma State. You can run dagger just like drive, just go ahead and post route the point man. Really the main difference is the fact that they have flood, which is a better play for double corners, which again, we kind of talked about a little bit, where you can just go ahead and custom sim this tight end all the way down and then go something like this right here. Double corners, right side of the field, this fade is going to push back every single deep blue. And right there, we have tight end open, so we're hitting the tight end. So it's just a better play for double corners. Oklahoma State does have some more benefits as well, and they're a bunch strong. I think it's a better bunch strong, but Oregon is the more complete playbook. They also have the RPO alert screen. Besides the bunch strong, you do get something like double stack, where you can run the all go, similar to the wide stack. Not a 1-to-1, but pretty similar. But honestly, man, what I think is the best formation in this Oregon offense is this gun trips. This is absolute hell to deal with, and it's more of like a run game thing than it is a pass game thing. So let's talk about it. So just all the runs you have in this. You have the double pass rail, which I think this play is actually overpowered. I'll explain in a second. You have the RPO read bubble. You have a regular speed option, and you also have this QB slot option right here. And even if you run like basic plays like all go or like verts, or like just again like basic trips combos like slant post, stuff like that, it's just tough to deal with because you have so many run plays. And again, this is a little bit gimmicky in my opinion. So even if the defense doesn't dumb out with this double pass, which like right here we can throw it, a lot of times you get that slow animation right there from whatever number 9 just did right there. You saw how he didn't like fully attack, like he just kind of hovered. And you see the zones kind of doing that, like going back right there. And it's just like free yardage to run. And it's really hard to tackle in the open field. So that play absolutely hell to deal with. Now, combo that with the fact that they have the RPO read bubble, which we already talked about earlier, right? It's not only the fact that you can go ahead and hand it off to your running back. You can keep it with your QB. I tried to do it that play, didn't really. You also have this backside RPO too, which like versus double A gap right there, like they just didn't even have a chance. So yeah, really annoying to deal with. You also have just regular speed option right here, where obviously regular speed options, pretty good, pretty hard to deal with, pretty annoying. And you have someone like Judkins in the backfield, potential touchdown. And you also have the QB slot option right here too. So whatever the end does, he can't really choose right. Okay, he bounces down there. Now we go ahead and throw it to Burden, and we could potentially be out of there because Burden's so fast, one juke, touchdown. So this trips is really annoying. And it's not even because of the pass plays. Like it's the run game that's so good. And if you want to pass the ball out there, a gun trips, a lot of times even something like this right here, right? We'll put like a backside drag slant. You can even do a post if you wanted to, but like just something like this that attacks the sideline and also the seams really stresses a defense out because they aren't on point with their seam defense. You can just hit A easily. You can also do something kind of like this right here where the running back's on the seam, and you can do like this where, okay, everything's getting pushed back. We just hit the running back off the rip. And yeah, you have like a lot of like basic routes you could do out of this that just comboed with the run game, really annoying. And now we're going to be hopping into UNLV. This might be my new favorite offense after the play action patch, which supposedly is a bug in the game. But if you don't know, you can't like block your running back. You got to have the play action on the field for play action plays, which really hurts my #1 offense, but still going to be #1 right now. So we are in UNLV, like I said, and really there's two formations that I really love in this playbook. Like you do have cluster, which this is a pretty meta formation. You kind of do similar things you would do in like the bunch strong setting, like verticals, kind of like Seattle. It's essentially just a renamed bunch strong in my opinion. You also have a really nice post and post dig. The Y off trio weak is also really solid. We covered one of my favorite combos in there too, but really the two reasons that I would run this is the tight doubles and really the main play. Really, you can hot route, you can just cook out a zig under. Really, this is one of my most called plays this year, and there's so many different setups you can do because this route right here to B is such a unique route in the game. Again, inverted zig, you just don't see it a lot. You could potentially just streak your tight end, flat your running back, hike the ball, because the spacing between the post and the zig is so good. You're gonna have something open. The short side of the field, meaning like you're running back to the short side. So if the ball's on the right hash, you want this route to the right side of the field. So the streak can clear out for the post. But you also have two zig routes on the field that actually can attack both the middle of the field and the sideline. It's really just this route right here that I think is very hard to deal with. Other things you can do off of this, we have potentially like a tight end post, like this type of play right here, where you're just, everything's flowing from like what's called right to left. We had the zig open again, we got sacked. And really besides that, if you want to go slant post, we can go slant post as well. Like there's ways to run slant post with this. This play is just literally so good because of the unique routes in the play, because again, this post route right here to Y, unique route in the game, because if we go ahead, look at it right here, look where it breaks, look how it breaks. We go ahead and put a post route on the field. See how much like deeper downfield it is? Like the one we have right here is going to get underneath deep blues. So yeah, you can literally just streak your tight end, hike the ball. This formation also has a really good base, like the halfback base is really good. Zig under is probably my favorite play in the game. I think it's so good. And really besides that, in this offense, you have like a cover 2 beater and halfback angle with the wheel. But really when I was running this, it was zig under, zig under, zig under, zig under, and more zig under. And really besides that, we got to talk about like the go offense right here, the two running back backfield. My favorite one was the offset over. And the things I liked about it was the zone toss. Like you could just potentially get out with numbers right here versus a lot of different defenses. Like you have Judkins, you get good blocks, you're out of there, you know? Of course, you have the inside zone that can work off of that as well if they're cheating over trying to stop the toss. You also have the triple option, which we've covered triple option. But besides that, I also like the RPO alert flat. We also have one of these, like this RPO read flat in the over weak is really good. Like there is a ton of good different runs out of this. Don't love the passing out of it, but the runs, really good. You have jet touch passes. Like this is a really tough offense to deal with. This was the red zone offense for me. And finally, for my favorite offense that I've ran this year, it did get kind of nerfed with the play action patch. Like I said, gotta be Alabama. So what I love about Alabama is the fact that in the red zone, I can run the trips exactly how I would do, like the zig, the flat, all that stuff. Got some runs out of here too. Got the QB zone, really good for like gameplay purposes with that, right? Besides that though, it was all about the bunch tight ends. Also this gun bunch quads, really hard formation to stop running. The inside zone and also the crack toss, Really, really good, hard to stop. F twins over, we can go ahead and get a potential wide receiver or running back at quarterback. Just like Wildcat, we don't have a pass play in here. We have a QB power, QB counter. Again, that was more for like gameplay purposes, why we would do that more than an overall effectiveness. But my favorite offense, bunch tight end in this game before the patch. And really, I just want to focus on 2 plays. Whips is like a really great man beater because you have 2 zigs, you have a tight end zig as well. Unique route in the game. Also, this off tackle, really great run. So just wanted to quickly go over those. But the 2 plays that I called the most, PA verticals and also triple out. So we're going to go ahead and go up against 3-3 stack right here. We have a way to 1-play touchdown, both cover 4 and cover 3, which if I play 3-3 stack, this is literally the first play I call every time. Triple out, streak your point man, motion this guy over, put him on a comeback, and hike the ball. Now, if they don't have ball hawks, they have no chance of guarding this. Gonna get wide open, bang. Sometimes ball hawks, though, with that outside corner, will get all the way back. Now, that not only works against cover 4, it also can work against cover 3 as well, which we'll show right here. And again, we're going to be back in the triple out. This time we'll go up against cover 3 drop. And like I said, has potential to work against this as well. So again, really, really fun for gameplays because we could just 1-play touchdown every defense. Really, the only like weakness of this is the fact that if you don't get a good throw, right? If your quarterback maybe has some wear and tear and stuff, gets a yellow throw, one inaccurate can go right to the defense. These are pretty difficult throws in the game for your quarterback to consistently make. But yeah, if you expect cover 3, cover 4, you can run that play. But if you expect cover 2 or cover 3, we'll go to PA verticals right here and we'll go back to cover 3 drop. If you want an all-out beater, keep this route to X right here and then just like drag your tight end. Again, what sucks about this play is we used to be able to put our running back on routes. Now we can't. So this play does take a slight little hit, but it's still great for a 1-play. Like we'll go ahead and go up against cover 3 right here. Need a little bit of time. As you can see, wide open, bang, hit him. In stride, touchdown for the good guys. Now we need a cover 2 1-play as well, which this is why the tight end drag is on the field, by the way, too. So we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing, bang. And the person we're trying to hit obviously is the X receiver right here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw that wide side of the field. Difficult throw to make. Again, you get a yellow throw right there. Minka has potential to make a play. You can also run this play specifically to the short side if you're like, hey, I know they're in cover 2, which you can be like, hey, I know they're in cover 2, which they shouldn't run cover 2 for his bunch tight end. It's a really bad defense to call, especially on the bunch tight end side right here. But we can go ahead and do this again right here, and this time the wheel can get open again, bang. So yeah, you can 1-play every single defense in this. You can beat man really effectively. It's just the fact that the play action patch kind of ruined it a little bit. And if we do this again right here, there's sometimes potential for the post to get open as well. And that's the one thing that does kind of suck when you're trying to run 1-plays. It's when 3-man rushes do that to you. Like 3-man rushes can't do that to you, but they do it to you a lot in this game. And right here, that's again cover 2. We can still hit PA verticals to post as well. So yeah, boys, those were my favorite offenses in this game. Just some plays that I like, some things that I had fun running. This was a really requested video as well, stuff that I like in the game. And yeah, hopefully I gave you guys something that maybe you want to try out. These were some of my favorite offenses. Let me know your guys' favorite offense down below in the comments. Let me know some of your favorite plays. If you guys did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, we try to keep you up to date with everything that's the best here in college football Ultimate Team. So if you guys do want that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And hopefully my Miami Dolphins don't lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm gonna be coming back to this channel kind of upset, but yeah, boys, hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you guys do want to go ahead and see me get this gameplay live on stream, use these offenses live. Been streaming on both here, YouTube and Twitch. To watch on the YouTube, make sure to hit that noti bell. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.